Hi everybody, thanks for joining us today. My name is Raj. I'm one of the owners and physical therapists here at Pivotal Physiotherapy and ARC by Pivotal. Today's webinar series is called Motivation and Movement. We're very excited to bring you some intelligent content, some healthy counsel, and hopefully some strategies that you can take away and apply in your own life. We've got a few people here joining us today. We are practicing physical distancing, but social connectedness. Right next to me here, or almost next to me here, we have Danielle Ordiniak. She's a strength and conditioning coach at ARC by Pivotal and by Pivotal. Further down the line here, we have Marek. He's a sports psychology and mental performance consultant with our team. To start us off today, Marek is going to cover some ideas on how best to utilize today's webinar in your daily life currently.
So movement is 100% physical, but it's also 100% mental. And we tend to neglect that fact. So in this video, we really want to apply three main psychological techniques or strategies to implement into your movements. And the first one is having a balance between challenge and skill, making sure we have the right balance between these two elements. Another one is having a very clear objective of what you want to do, or having a clear goal. And then the next one is having immediate feedback. So having clear feedback of how you're doing and what you want to do next.
The next focal point for us is going to be the mobility exercises and stretches that you can easily do within your home. The human body is broken up into multiple different parts. Today we're going to talk about the pillar region of the human body. The pillar is made up of the thoracic spine and the rib cage, the lower back and the abdominals, and then the hips and the pelvis. So that region of the body is called the pillar. We're going to talk about appropriate mobility of those different regions, starting with the top, the rib cage, and the T-spine. Over here, we have Danielle again. We've got a foam roller that we can use for thoracic spine mobility work. Danielle's going to do a drill called foam rolling of the thoracic spine. You'll notice the feet are planted about hip width apart, keeping the heels in contact with the floor. The buttock is off of the floor during this portion of the drill. And you start with the foam roller kind of between your shoulder blades, and then you roll up and down in this fashion, targeting the muscles and the joints, running from your neck down into the bottom of your rib cage. So when you're doing this drill, think about the rib cage as your target tissue. Danielle's done about 10 passes, up rolling back and forth. So once we've done 10 passes, we're going to transition into specific thoracic extension. When we're doing thoracic extension, the feet remain again planted about hip width apart, heels remaining in contact with the floor. You'll notice now that the buttock and the hips are now sitting in contact with the floor. That's an important part of this component. Now the hands and the shoulders are going to rise, thumb leading the way, traveling up towards the floor. And you'll notice in this position, Danielle, please stay there for a moment, the thoracic spine is arched in this fashion. Okay, you can come out of it, lead with your pinky leading down, back to the hips. And we'll do 5 of these movements. So the buttock stays in contact with the floor, thumbs are leading the way, arching the middle region of your back, focusing on a stretch region right here between your shoulder blades, and then returning. This particular drill does not have to be held very long. It can be held for about 5 seconds, thumb leading the way, holding 3, 4, 5, and then pinky leads the way on the way back. We'll do 2 more passes here. Thumb leads the way, all the way down to the floor, exaggerating the arch now, right there, 3, 4, 5, and return. On the last one, we'll just move the foam roller slightly down in between the shoulder blades, a little bit lower, other way. Perfect, and buttock stays in contact with the floor, heels still in contact with the floor as well, and thumb leads the way. Thank you. All the way down. Some of you will feel more comfortable with the roll here, and some of you will feel more comfortable with it slightly lower. Each person should have a chance to explore both of those ranges. One of the things that you'll notice when you spend a lot of time sitting in your chair is that, again, the rib cage here and the thoracic spine, that middle portion of the pillar, it starts to slouch. And you may start to notice that you get tension developing in either your neck and shoulders or traveling down between your shoulder blades into the thoracic spine. Think of the thoracic spine as a barrel, and the barrel is intended to rotate or spin left and right. This next drill is a very, very valuable strategy for you to use at home so you can focus on thoracic rotation and restore some of the stiffness that you've developed while sitting. In this 4-point position, you'll notice that the shoulder, elbow, and wrist are stacked in a vertical line. You'll also notice that the hip and knee are stacked in a vertical line. So once you've gotten yourself set up in that 4-point or tabletop position, you can take this hand, anchor it to the floor. You can take your left hand and slide it across the floor horizontally as far as you feel you can travel. Hold for 5 seconds. You should be able to feel a stretch or a sensation of tension right here between your shoulder blades. Once you're done 5 seconds, that left hand can slide back across and then pivot the other way and rotate up to the ceiling as far as you feel you can reach. In this position, it's important to think about pulling that middle finger up to the ceiling. Beautiful. And then come on down. We're going to repeat that cycle 2 more times, sliding the left hand across, reaching as far as you feel you can travel, making sure you feel a stretch in this region, and then coming back to center, sliding back up and across, again activating the region right here between your shoulder blades, reaching up to the ceiling, come on down, and then left hand slides across, reaching as far as she feels she can go, come on back to center, and pivot again up to the ceiling, reaching up 3, 4, 5, and come on down and reset.